Hello and welcome back to another episode. This time I'll be playing the N7 Slayer Vanguard. Again, with the Stronghold package I'm using the Hornet because I have a lot of levels in it, and the Hornet recoils like a bastard. So I've actually got the stability modifier in it to see if I can help control it, and of course the power damage bonus. The main focus of this build is actually going to be the Biotic Slash, which is a pretty long range multiple hit attack that does quite a good chunk of damage. It doesn't have a force component, but it's pretty nice. The phase disruptor, I was kind of experimenting with that. In practice, I'm not overly fond of it. And biotic charge, I've got some points in, but not really enough to make it a staple. I probably could have taken all the points out of phase disruptor and put them in other things and been much more satisfied with the overall build. But the character itself is by no means ineffective as is. The Biotic Slash, one of the more notable parts about it is that it has a very long windup, and it moves you out of cover for the entirety of the windup, which if you're not prepared for it and it catches you off guard, let's see, actually yeah, that recoil is very manageable. So the ability itself, there you can see the wind up and the bouncing projectile, or the bouncing little splashes. It's a very long wind up, but it does go through walls, so I can say use the corner here and attack enemies through the wall. And that more or less is what I plan to do. You also get a few interesting things like your dodges. Kind of teleport you around a little bit, and your heavy melee in particular, you can go through solid objects. Unfortunately, I don't believe you can send the Biotic Slash on different elevations. I think it always projects on a level plane from your character. Let's see, I don't think it even follows the ground. Yeah, it just projects in a level plane from your character. And I think, much like Smash from the previous video, I don't believe you can get the oh my god, just die. That's ridiculous. But I don't believe you can get I don't believe you can bounce through a Guardian shield, basically, and hit them with the splash, even though it's multiple explosions. Although they're a bit farther apart than Smash, so I might be able to. I'll have to try that. But, let's see what we've got going on up here. The damage on Biotic Slash is pretty extraordinary in general. Throw some of this around. And there you can see that the melee attack, the heavy melee, teleports you to the target as well, which is nice. Biotic Slash also is one of those abilities that detonates every single type of combo. So it doesn't matter what your team is using, you can detonate it with Biotic Slash. And its very similar counterpart, Electric Slash. But as I was saying about the phase disruptor, though, I don't overly much like it. The charge up is pretty long, and it consumes a portion of your barriers just to try it. And here you can see it kicking me out of cover. It also jumps you forward a little bit when you use Biotic Slash. There's a lot to keep in mind if you want to use it successfully, but it is a very potent skill. And the sword here is not just for show. This character hits pretty hard in melee. you can... And this isn't even spec for melee damage, this is spec for health and durability. If that puts it in any perspective. Finish that off. Let's see, there's a lot of uneven terrain on this map, which can be pretty problematic. The splash radius, it says 2 meters, but I think when they say radius they mean diameter, because it does not feel like a 2-meter radius. You know, a 2-meter radius would mean that the individual blasts would have to have a 4-meter diameter, and the blasts themselves don't look like they're twice as wide. I guess they might be about twice as wide as the character is tall. Who knows? Humans are about 1.8 meters for scale. Murder all the nemesis, 'cause they can't do anything about me. The wind up on the skill on the Biotic slash actually dramatically ends up increasing the cooldown as well. The recharge doesn't start until the skill finishes, and you can see it takes as long to wind up as it takes for me to execute the skill. But the character is very mobile, which is pretty entertaining at times, but can definitely, if you teleport wrong, you can definitely find yourself on the wrong end of some very nasty targets. Yeah. See, I don't think I can get through the Guardian's shield with the... I don't think I can get through it with the Biotic slash, rather. Alright, so let me get this thing done. And that engineer's setting down a turret. One of the easiest ways to deal with Guardians is actually to get the piercing mods for your weapons, but I have not been lucky enough to actually get one yet, which is part of the reason I struggle with the Guardians so much. If you have a piercing mod for an assault rifle, for example, you can just shoot them in the front of the shield, and it's as though the shield wasn't even there. And, or well, largely as though the shield wasn't even there. But I haven't gotten any yet. Random number generators and I don't get along too terribly well. They don't like me, I don't like them. That guy, on the other hand, does not care. He just runs up to the Guardian and blows it up. Which, that will certainly get the job done. Grab some more bullets because I like having bullets. I'm gonna follow this Krogan around. Krogans are scary. Oh, okay, yeah, this guy appears to be the same class I am, the N7 Slayer. He's got the sword. I could have sworn I just saw him do some biotic stuff. Yep. I did not even realize that it was a sequence with the light attacks for this guy. But that is neat. I'll have to play with that some more. And one of the nicer parts about fighting Cerberus is Atlases are huge, which makes them very easy targets for things like Biotic Slashes. And Biotic Slash actually has a pretty good range. It's about the same as the... the Biotic Slash has about the same range as the Flamer that I love so much. Yeah, being able to throw your powers just through walls is also a really good way to protect yourself while also killing things. And so if your skill allows you to do it, I highly encourage you to take advantage of it. Although a lot of the skills that do that will have a limited range, which is a very important part to keep in mind. Actually, I don't even know if it's a lot, I think it's all. Taken down by a turret again, huh? Turrets lately have been something of a problem for me. I actually think I want to hang out here. This is a decent spot. And you can look at my cool helmet for a moment. I guess I can't hang out here. Guess we have to go do an objective or whatever. It wasn't too far away. Over there. Oh, damn it! Of course, there's a fucking cannon. Has actually started the channel on it yet, so I'm gonna do that. Well, apparently I wasn't the only one who decided that I needed to get started. And you can keep track of who's channeling up in the top right. It's a fairly convenient way of displaying the information. I actually got a Guardian with Biotic Slash. I think it was probably looking at someone else, and so it hit him from the side. Get this objective done. Pretend I'm helping the team. And I think this is wave 10. I haven't really been paying attention. Feels like wave 10 though. Damn it. A turret? Lame. Alright. Turret down. Combat engineer to follow. And then, let's see. I don't think there's a whole lot left. Krogan's fighting something. Oh, that was just a combat engineer. And yeah, that was wave 10. Excellent, which means I can just wait up here where I can see farther, and everything's flat, and I can hit stuff, and I've got cover forever. And also I'm where we need to be. Defending from this point, in addition to denying yourself defense in depth, also kind of forces the enemy to concentrate in this area, which can backfire sometimes, especially with a faction like Cerberus. It's a pretty heavy gamble trying to defend like this. What was that doing? But defending in the objective like right away will draw all of the enemies into the area, which if you can hold it is fine, but if you can't, it's very easy to get overrun. And some of the factions like Cerberus are particularly aggressive, and if they get all over the extract, you might not get out. Well, you don't really need to. Even if you fail at this point, you'll still get about 30k credits on silver. And although successfully extracting is another 3,000 or so, which is kind of a big deal. I don't think I'm fairly certain I'm not hitting anything right now, but I'm not really expending anything either, so continuing to dodge like this isn't hurting me. What took him down? Said he was taken down by Phantom. Light that up. Send some hate over there. And there you have it. So thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed.